I'm Calvin Cooper, and I'm the driver for Cooper Autoworks Rally Team.
I'm Kelsey Stevens, and I'm the co-driver.
Cooper Autoworks is an independent BMW repair shop located outside St. Louis, Missouri and Edwardsville, Illinois. I've been a long-time BMW fan, going back to when I was in tech school. Another classmate of mine had an E36 M3 and it was just an awesome looking car, and I just really wanted one for myself. It was many years after that I did finally get a BMW. It was a 99 323i sedan, and it was probably the worst BMW I've ever owned, but it was mine, and I've gotten better ones since then.
Calvin and I met because I was working at a pet boutique, and he has a husky named Raji. He's really picky, and so Calvin kept coming in and buying small quantities of dog food for his big dog and visiting me like every other week, and only on Thursdays because he knew I was there.
Raji's a 7-year-old Siberian Husky. He likes to howl just like a Siberian Husky normally does when he wants something, but the rest of the time he just kind of ignores you and acts more like a giant cat.
Boots is a 60-year-old mini Aussie. She's super fluffy, she loves riding in the truck, and she loves meeting new people.
Yeah, so after many weeks of buying small amounts of dog food and the dog eating it all, I eventually did ask Kelsey out on a date where we spent most of the time talking about BMWs, race cars, and rally. Our car number is 723, which actually commemorates the first date that we went on July 23rd, 2015.
I got into rally back in 2012. I had made friends with some folks who were competing in the event, and the rally in the 100 Acre Wood actually happens really close to my hometown. So I signed up to volunteer. They had me helping with tech and inspection, which means I got to see inside a whole bunch of rally cars. But I think the most important thing that happened that weekend was it was the first time that I had ever seen women in race suits, and that was really impactful. It actually made me feel like, rally is something that I could do.
My introduction to rally really started with Gran Turismo 3 A-Spec. Doing all of the rally licenses and the stages in there was a lot of fun. My favorite part of that game. And over the years I kind of loosely followed rally. Wasn't really big into it, but watched a lot of videos on YouTube and just thought it was just really cool the way the drivers went down the stage roads at speed and all the close calls, and it just looked like a lot of fun to me. I thought one day that'd be cool to do, but it wasn't really until I went to my first rally that I knew what rally was all about.
Yeah, we went to Rally on the 100 Acre Wood for the first time back in 2016. And while we were there, there were a few BMWs, but there was one in particular that really caught Calvin's eye and got him excited.
Yeah, so I've always thought of BMWs as just really awesome road cars and never considered them as something you could actually run in rally. But when we went to 100 Acre Wood that first year, we saw Jesse Uvalli and Cengiz Nomer in their 1991 BMW E30, and it just kind of blew my mind a little bit that they ran this rear-wheel drive BMW out on rally stages, and they were fast. It's not like they were just out there sliding around for show, which, don't get me wrong, they look cool out there, but they were fast, and it kind of opened my mind to the fact that, the possibility of running a BMW rally car. So during the event, we kind of followed Jesse around through the stages, tried to spectate as best we could, and didn't really do much the rest of the year for rally. Show Me Rally was then that fall. I wanted to keep doing rally stuff just in whatever capacity, so ended up volunteering for that event, doing some marshalling, which was really cool just to see kind of how the events operate and know what's kind of going on in the background. But it wasn't until the following year that we really got more involved with rally at that point.
Yeah, so it was really cool. Jesse opened up an amazing opportunity and let us crew for him. And we crewed for him at both Rally in the 100 Acre Wood and the Southern Ohio Forest Rally. And during that time, he kind of it just felt almost like he was mentoring us. Him and Cengiz both have just a huge wealth of information. They've been rallying for years. They answered so many questions, but I think the biggest thing that they instilled in both of us was that we should try and buy our first rally car. And the market for rally cars isn't exactly a huge one, and the market for BMW rally cars is even smaller.
Yeah, there weren't a whole lot of options when it comes to a used rally car, anything with a logbook ready to go, turnkey rally car. And I looked, I couldn't find anything. I was dead set on an E30. Unfortunately, there's none that really came up until later that fall. I guess Jesse got a wild hair and decided he was going to list a bunch of his cars for sale, and one of those was the E30 rally car.
So yeah, as soon as we saw it online, we immediately gave him a call and reached out to him about making a deal on the car. And we were able to make a deal, and the car was delivered to us in February. We actually spent Valentine's Day working on the car together to prepare for our very first event.
It's here in our garage. I can't believe it. I'm so excited.
Our first event was Rally in the 100-Acre Wood in March. So since we got the car in February, we didn't really have a whole lot of time to prepare for the rally, but nothing really prepares you for rally anyway. Earlier in the year, we had done some rallycross and some time-speed distance rallies, just to kind of feel a little more prepared, but the experience was incredible, like nothing we had ever done before, and we were both just so thrilled to finish.
Yeah, you don't really know rally until you do rally. And there's nothing we did really prepared us for it. We'd read books on co-driving, and we'd done the TSD stuff. We'd done some rallycross, but none of it translates well until you get out there and actually run down the stages at speed and spend, the 2 days at the event and figuring out exactly what it takes. You just don't really know. And our first goal for that event was just to finish. We weren't fast. We weren't trying to break the car. We weren't trying to impress anybody other than ourselves and get to that finish line. And we made it. We made it all the way to the finish on our first rally, completed it, and we were both just beaming afterwards.
We did a couple more events that year just to kind of learn as much as we could and finish a couple more events. But we decided the next year that we wanted to take things a little more serious and we wanted to challenge ourselves.
So for 2019, after they published the schedule, we kind of sat down and looked through the different events and kind of picked what we wanted to do for the year. And looking at the championship schedule, we just wanted to try to be a little bit more competitive than we were the previous year. So based off the events that we could attend, being based out of St. Louis, we're actually reasonably close to a lot of the East Coast events. And there was an East Coast championship for the 2019 season. So early on, we decided to pursue that East Coast Championship, and we picked our events accordingly. So we ended up picking, I think, 6 events?
6 national and 2 regional.
Yeah, and 2 regional events.
This season was absolutely a huge commitment. We traveled all over the eastern half of the US. Some of our trips took us on 2-day drives. We saw some of the most beautiful national forests all over the country. We made amazing friends. We had some pretty crazy highs and some really low lows. Thank you so much for everyone who helped us get through the 2019 season. All of the organizers, volunteers, crew members, and supporters.
And a lot of the other teams that have helped us out when we were in really tight spots, and all of our crew, they did an awesome job and made sure that we could finish some of these events we may not have been able to without their help. So we're excited to release our schedule for the 2020 season. Our first event will be the Missouri Ozark Rally.
Then Snowdrift Rally.
Then the 100-Acre Wood Rally.
Then Southern Ohio Forest Rally.
New England Forest Rally.
Ojibwe Forest Rally.
Show Me Rally.
And Lake Superior Forest Rally.
Thanks to R1 Images for producing this video. It's the first of many that we'll have throughout the 2020 season.
We're also an affiliate for H&P Speed, and you can use our code Cooper Auto when you check out on their website. They've got all kinds of awesome motorsports apparel, and our discount code will get you 10% off your next order. Lastly, we want to thank Dash and Cars. We used some of the video clips for our intro and throughout this video. Dash does an amazing job telling the story of his adventures at rallies, and I strongly encourage you to check out his YouTube page. We'll have links to everything we've mentioned in the description box down below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to keep up with our adventures coming up in the 2020 season, please hit the subscribe button. We're a small team, and your follows really do mean a lot to us.